Let's freaking lose it! Get out of your mind! Get out of your mind!
Hey guys, it's Lisa, and today you're watching episode 4 of Lisa Loses Her Fat Mind. I don't know if you can actually tell, but I was just crying, having an all-out panic anxiety attack. And I don't usually like to talk about this stuff at all on my channel. I've got to do it. It's a comfort challenge, and so in the last few days, I've kind of come to terms with the fact that in me trying to lose this weight, I started the quest to weigh less. And in making another video, somebody asked me if my husband sabotaged me or enabled me, and why I never talk about him. And well, that's because he likes to keep things, private on his end. My husband really does enable me. It doesn't mean he's the problem. He is the sole provider of our family at this current time, and I also get to choose what I want in our groceries. However, he's very thrifty lately, and so we'll get things like Mecolinas, which are like 88 cents, or like pizzas that are on sale, and like just these different things. And today he came home with these little phyllo pastries with sausage in them. And well, I ate those, and we were watching a TV show called Freaky Eaters. And in that show, it's about people who have binge eating and eating compulsions. And I myself have been diagnosed with binge eating disorder. And so I don't know exactly what happened, but the show and the feelings I was feeling after having eaten a bunch of those sausage pastries, all of a sudden, I had an anxiety attack. And it was so bad that it hit one side of my body with a huge jolt of pain, hit the other side near my kidneys, went up to my shoulder, and then when I tried to breathe, I couldn't. I could breathe, but not a deep sigh, deep breath, feeling calm, of relief, and I started bawling and freaking out. And my husband's like, "Are you okay?" And when I was presenting my symptoms to him, he was like, "Well, maybe you're having a heart attack." Probably one of the worst things you could say to somebody who's having an extreme anxiety attack. He is constantly bringing that food home, constantly wanting to eat it when we watch TV, and I'm seeing it, and I have the power to not eat it. However, I give in. I give in. I see it, I eat it, And he doesn't want to be the person to be like, "No, don't eat it," because I get mad. I've had tantrums before saying, "I want that food," and that's that. I think my addiction's so bad that I've even threatened to leave him at times. And there's other reasons. It's not just because of me wanting the food. I don't want to go into detail. When he was asking me that, the first things that came to mind is all the physical symptoms I've been showing lately of my body needs a healthy change. And one of those symptoms just happens to be a lump behind my left ear, which is connected to one of the main arteries of the body, I believe, on the left-hand side. It's like sort of hard in one spot, but the rest of it is soft. And I mean, that could be a cyst, that could be anything, but the first thing in my mind is, oh my God, my arteries are clogged. I'm going to have a heart attack and I'm going to die. This is exactly what I've been asking for. And it's hard for me to say that right now because I don't talk about this very much. However, lately I've been feeling really lonely and really everything, you know, like every day I was doing something when I was younger. And so, you know, I was a social butterfly. I hung out with people almost every day, and I did things with people. And so it just really shocked me to get to this stage in my life where I can't even get people to hang out with me because they're either so busy or I've pushed them away with my either honesty, my passion, my opinions, going through the motions of what I'm feeling in every moment. Somebody came out and they were making a lot of noise, so I stopped the video. I don't get it. I mean, I know we've grown up and a lot of people are working. I'm not working, so, you know, I have my whole day to do what I need to do, if it's editing videos or if I just feel like being on Facebook. You know, you're growing up, people have these beliefs, oh, people who just sit at home are lazy. People who are whatever. So what? You don't know what that person is going through. The insane expectations they put on you sometimes these days for next to nothing. It's just not worth it to me. To me, my family, my friends, getting my emotional well-being, my health, my physical health, everything together. That is what is important to me. I'm not here to live up to anyone's expectations. As Fritz Perls would say, you know, like, I have potential, and right now I am unable to tap into it, I imagine, because of how much fear I hold and how much resentment and how much I need to let go of. And there's no reason to judge those people. They want to be at home in their niche, their comfort zone. And so I can really understand a person like that. However, that's why I started this, to come out of my comfort zone. And yes, I know that 2 of these videos have been me sitting on my couch, but 2 of them have been out and about. And I'm working on that. And I'm getting there one day at a time. And I really appreciate the support. And just know that, you know, it would be nice if I can find people in my city that, you know, halfway down the line, resentment doesn't start. If I pray that I find, you know, people, or they find me, that are willing to start immediately an authentic friendship where they're willing to give me time for me to open up, and I'll give them time. However, it doesn't take long once you're being authentic with each other. You could be sitting there very uncomfortable as soon as you see, trust me, I know this by going to the radical honesty retreats. You get in a room and you're surrounded by a lot of people at the RawBroads, Radical and Perzon, Irani, Radical Honesty retreats. You're sitting there with people that you don't know if you don't have them on Facebook. And one of the retreats I went to, I didn't know anybody except for the RawBroads, Perzon, and one other girl that was my good friend. And holy shit, it's hard. Because you're like, what are they thinking? You know, I've already talked about this, you know. You get inside your head, but it doesn't take long that you start spouting off your judgments, you start spouting off your appreciations, your noticings, your anything, resentments. It comes up. You're very honest with the person. You see them. You can do this stuff with everybody, with your friends, with your family, and you want to do it so that those lines of communication are open and that you're having an authentic conversation. Authentic, it's not all about conversation. Authentic fun times. You go do exciting things. You live with your senses. And all of a sudden you're not in your mind. You finally know, you feel inside that that person and you are all about unconditional love. Deep down, we all are. I perceive that, at least. I imagine a lot of us will not go there, though. We will not go there. And so, I go there. I don't care if it's on Facebook. Most of those people don't want to hear what I have to say in person. I've said it. They get awkward. They cut me off. They start talking about something else. If I get on Facebook, yes, I know they may not be quite ready for it. However, if I'm compelled to say it and it's honesty and I'm being honest, I'm going to get it out. I'm going to be myself. I am so sick of people saying, just don't be as honest. You'll have more friends then. Or just don't, don't say your opinion so much. Or don't, don't be upset. Be positive all the time. I am so sick of people saying I'm not good enough when I'm in a state of being myself, I'm not always upset. I'm not always resentful. I'm not always anything. I am happy a lot of the time. I'm very grateful even in my resent. I keep getting sidetracked. People in the house and my cats and everything just keep making noises, and to me obviously my cats can't control it. They don't know any better, but it's a complete lack of respect for the fact that I don't have a place to go in the apartment that is just mine, that I can take these videos. And you can call me self-centered, you can call me whatever you want. You don't like what I say in these videos, I'm just spouting the truth. It's time for me to look at my videos just being an archive for me. Sure, you can come on and watch it all you want. If it helps you, great. That would be amazing. I would really like that. That was my intention when I first started the channel. I wanted to share my journey with people when I was going raw, and I wanted to inspire other people because the weight was just dropping off. And I was feeling good. And yes, I would like to go back to eating raw, and sure, sometimes I make excuses. I am stopping me from being my best self because I am so addicted to food. I just remember, and sure, people are like, don't dwell on the past, just live in the now. Well, let me put it bluntly and to you this way. As I was saying, I had people to hang out with all the time. Every day, if I wanted to hang out with someone, I had that opportunity. Either my best friend, I had 3 best friends when I was between the age of, when I was 6, 7, I had 1 best friend, and then from the age of 9, all the way up until the end of high school, I had 3 best friends, and one of those is still my best friend. You know how hard it was to let go of 2 of those friends? It wasn't as hard for them, I'd imagine, because they were the ones who up and left. I had a lot of acquaintances and some other good friends that I hung out with. And it's like it was never a fight. I'd hang out with my friend for like 3 days, a week, 2 weeks. Sure, we can't do that now because she has got a life and apparently I don't. I guess that's what people seem to perceive because I'm on Facebook socializing. I asked for my friends' support. I don't know, they're far away, or even if they're close and we don't hang out very often, I ask for the support. And so how I like to get it is through comments, likes, this and that. This isn't all the time. This just happens to be now. Before, I was at a point where I loved being on like Skype. It was very short-lived. I just couldn't deal with how much time it was taking away from every other aspect of my life. I just need to relax. I am noticing that people as soon as I say I want your support and whatever, I've been in that state where I'm like, oh, well, if I can't be in person with a person, I'd like to talk to them on the phone, or I'd like to get on Skype. And while that was me before, I've since changed. I have certain irrational fears, and yes, I will most likely use either getting on the phone or on Skype or both as a comfort challenge in the near future. I need to work up to that though, especially with people I don't know yet, that I've only met online. I feel like that's kind of risky. I don't necessarily really know the person. A lot of the people that I've met online, I've met them from traveling to Kentucky or for the RawBroads retreat. And then I also met people online that I met online in person in California. It's just really good. It's just really different when you meet someone in person, because there's a feeling of safety, and it's like, what am I thinking? I know I'm kind of all over the place with this, but this is just how I'm feeling after an extremely scary episode. And so I'm guessing that some of the things that I've been stressed out about are coming up, so just bear with me.